What's going on, everybody? How y'all doing, man? I'm glad that you tuned in. I'm glad that you're here with us. Today, we're going to talk about something I believe is pretty important. Now, if you've been watching the geopolitical landscape, or if you're just concerned about what may be around the corner in the future, and you want to know what kind of medications that you should stockpile, I have a list of about 5 different type of medications I believe you should have in your individual first aid kit, your home first aid kit, or if you're doing some type of bug in, bug out situation. All right, make sure you like, subscribe, comment, and share. That's like, subscribe, comment, and share, and we're going to get right into it, all right? Yes. All right, now, first up on this list is I highly recommend that you stockpile antibiotics. Now, antibiotics, they can come in all different kind of forms. They can be pill form, they can be ointments. But make sure you stock up on antibiotics because remember, it wasn't the bullets that killed the Native Americans, but it was the bacteria. And you want to make sure that you're always strong and that you are not falling victim to any type of ailment that could have been prevented if you had something on hand. Now, the type of antibiotics that you want to try to stockpile is you want to have some like penicillin, amoxicillin, sulfaxin is another one. The triple ointment like Neosporin. Any type of triple antibiotic ointment, that's what you want to have on stockpile because a scrape could take you up out of here, man, if it's not properly taken care of. All right, so make sure you have some of that on hand and make sure that you set that aside for your individual first aid kit, your bug in, bug out scenarios and situations, bags or whatever. All right. Next thing I think that you should probably have on hand and stockpiled up, you should probably have something to take care of some pain management. Pain management is something similar like tooth pain, something that can mitigate that pain. What can take care of that is you definitely want to try to get some cloves. Now, cloves are a natural herb, and you can get those in any grocery store. And you should be able to put those aside. And if you have them stored properly, they should last you for years. Now, the other thing that you want to try to make sure that you stockpile is something like acetaminophen. Acetaminophen is Tylenol. Aside acetaminophen, you want to have ibuprofen. Ibuprofen is another pain management medication, and that can help you with any type of. That can also help you with also inflammations and stuff like that. Because you don't want to get into a scenario or a situation where you are in pain and you're incapable of taking care of yourself, making yourself a liability to those who you are responsible for taking care of, including yourself. If you can't do anything for you, you can't do anything for anybody else. So make sure you have some pain management aids set to the side and stockpiled up. Remember, something for like teeth pain and body aches. All right, pain management. Now, another thing that you want to have in your medication stockpile, you want to have these 2 things. And these 2 things help with radiation exposure. You want to have potassium iodine tablets, and you want to have cilantro, believe it or not. Now, potassium iodine tablets, they help with blocking of heavy metals that body parts may be exposed to in radiation exposure. And that, especially like the thyroid. The thyroid is the most susceptible to being exposed to heavy metals in radiation exposure. Now, the reason you want to have cilantro is because cilantro, I mean, it's a great herb. It tastes good, first of all, but it's a great herb for binding heavy metals, and also it's a mobilizer. So it can get rid of like a lot of the heavy metals inside the body that would be harmful for you in the event of a radiation exposure. So make sure that you make sure you put those 2 things in your stockpile and have those on hand and use them as directed for the potassium iodine and as needed for the cilantro. All right? Make sure you get that. Hey everybody, how y'all doing, man? I just want to remind you to head over to Amazon.com and pick up a book that I authored, Brave and Ready, Your Guide to Staying Safe. Brave and Ready, Your Guide to Staying Safe. This is a kid's book teaching them how to stay safe during an active shooter event. Brave and Ready, Your Guide to Staying Safe. I appreciate you. Peace. Last thing we're going to talk about today. The last thing we're going to talk about today is, and this is just going to be the part one because I got a lot more to add to this. But this is the part one. Last thing we're going to talk about today is make sure that you have electrolytes. Electrolytes in your pack or in your bug out kit, your bug in kit, because electrolytes can help with restoring and replenishing energy and burned calories, like caloric deficits inside the body, like in extreme temperatures when you're doing a lot of sweating or even doing a lot of physical activity. It can help boost and give you more energy to complete your task. It can help get you over that hump. Um, you need electrolytes to survive, and I'm not just talking about Gatorade and all the other sports energy drinks that provide those, but have some electrolyte tablets set aside and stockpiled up because in a survival situation, you're not going to be able to find any of that Gatorade because I guarantee that all of the Walmarts, Kroger's, Publix, Wawa's, whatever, BP, Shell, they all going to be drained of those. So make sure you have those stockpiled up and set aside that you can be able to take care of yourself and take care of those that mean the most to you. All right. Okay, so like I said, this concludes the first rollout of what I believe you should have in your stockpile for medication in terms of a emergency situation, a natural disaster, a nuclear disaster, something where you would need to leave as in bug out or stay put as in bug in. Regardless, you need to have some of these items, if not all of these items, in your individual first aid kits, your personal kit. And I told you this is the beginning. This is just the beginning. We're going to add to this list. I'm going to continue to add to this list. If you have any comments, comment underneath the video, but make sure that you like, subscribe, comment, and share. And remember, this is the Gray Man Podcast. And at the Gray Man Podcast, we always do what? We train hops. And training hops, I want you to train hard, train often, train properly, and train safely. Train hard, train often, train properly, and train safely. This is the Gray Man Podcast, y'all. Peace.